Hello. Hi, my name's Kirsty.
And I'm Matt, and it's lovely to be on here. So thank you to Veronica and the team for allowing us to come and work tonight. So we're going to
Yes.
be doing a mixture of clairvoyant and psychic readings using cards and different mediums tonight.
So Matt's going to be doing all the, mediumship, working with your loved ones that have passed, and I'm going to be giving you a little go with the cards tonight. So you've got a choice. And so if you want a reading with your loved ones, just put loved ones. If you want cards, put cards. Simple.
All we ask is that you participate with us. If you can communicate via the chat, and if we mention your name, then just come in and say yes here or not. And if you understand it, put that down. If you don't, then say you don't understand that. But I want to go to Rosaline Arnold, or Rosaline Arnold, I'm not sure how you're pronouncing it, from Anglesey. And I feel with yourself, Rosaline, I've got a motherly energy that's starting to build. And I feel very sort of, feel like I need to sit up. I know with this lady, there would be no slouching. I know that she'd be quite forthright, but she has a wonderful heart with herself. I want everything that has to be just the way it needs to be. Perfect. I certainly know with her, first impressions would count. And I also know with her that she would have the look, that I would have the look, and you knew if you were in trouble or not. So you would clearly know the boundaries with this lady. But as I said, she has two sides to her. So you wouldn't mess about, you wouldn't disrespect. But on the other side, on a one-to-one basis, she would be such a loving soul. It's almost like her guard would go down. I also know with this lady that towards the end there was numerous things that was going on, but I know that I have respiratory conditions with her, which is how I feel that she eventually goes to the spirit world. I know also that she leaves like scents around the home, so there would be a very subtle perfume smell, and I know with her it would be almost like a rose or something. It'd be very subtle, you could hardly smell that. I also know with her that she would like to put lashings of food on, so she'd pile the food high for those people. She'd go, oh, here's a bit more, you need that, and she laughs and jokes as there. She's mentioning that it's been a difficult 4 months for you and that it's been difficult to keep going. But I just need to say from her, you're coming out the other side and things are starting to get better. And that she's looking out and has been looking out for you. And I also know with her that I want to give you the name Harvey. I don't know if it's a first name or a surname. And I also need to, she's saying Bartholomew, so I don't know if that's a surname, but obviously Bartholomew is also Matthew. And I also need to give you the 29th of June for anniversary, birthday, or passing. I go a day either side, but I feel I'm more into June, so the 28th, 29th of June. And the very last thing is her ring is still here. I hope that makes sense to you. She blows you a kiss, and Rosaline, just remember, things are getting better. Don't let what's going on pull you down. And just like her, you're a fighter. Leave that with you. Thank you for working with me.
Oh, that's really lovely. Krish, lovely lady. Can I work with you, please? Krish Pillay. I'm going to use cards tonight because, change is as good as the rest. And I've got, Krish, I've got some fabulous cards come up for you, my darling. Absolutely fabulous cards. I want to say the last 18 months has been a bit of a stinker for you. It's been quite difficult. You've been had quite a lot on your plate, quite a lot on your shoulders, and I know that it's been quite challenging for you. And but I want to say your faith has really helped. Oh, you'd love a message. Thank you, darling. Your faith has really helped you through. That light has literally shined you. I need to say to you, worry no more. Worry no more, because two of the best cards in all the pack I've got. Look, check those beauties out. Just check them out. Look at that. I want to say, my darling, these are the first one is abundance. And this is about just opening your arms to receive all that wonderful good stuff that's coming towards you. All the mental blocks, ask them, ask the angels, ask the spirit world, just help you get shot of those blocks that are stopping you, because you deserve to be happy. You deserve all this wonderful good stuff coming at you. And I see it coming, and I see it. Do you know why? Because look at that card. Happily ever after. I mean, come on, it's like a fairy tale. How gorgeous is that? How absolutely gorgeous. So I'm being shown, just stop worrying, because everything's going to really work out for you, darling. And just keep that beautiful faith up, keep sharing that gorgeous love that you have, and literally look, it's all happening for you. So just keep it coming, darling, because you got it all sorted. And it's been a pleasure to read for you, darling. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Krish. Okay, there was Nikki Sorrow. I need to come to yourself. You've asked for loved ones. I feel like I've got a father with myself. This gentleman is tall, well-built gentleman. I also want with him that there'll be a picture with a pure white shirt, similar to this, quite casual but smart, where he's smiling. I want with this gentleman, like I said, 50s, 60s. I don't want too old. I also want with this gentleman that I was very charismatic. I had a lovely energy about myself. I would be liked by different people. I wasn't a person that would have any attitude. I wouldn't have a person who would have a wrong word to say about anyone, except if somebody says something wrong about the family, then I would speak up, but still I would not be aggressive. I know with this gentleman, he's got a big heart, he's very humble. He would have brought you up with good standards and good beliefs. Right, it could be an uncle. Right. I feel like a fatherly figure. So if father's still here, then I need to go grandfather. I don't feel uncle at all, because this person very much feels like a father to me. And I know with this gentleman, I don't feel strict. I don't feel strict at all. I feel quite laid back. Yes, it was almost like you would have a sense of respect with this gentleman, so you wouldn't try it on. Like I said, he's just got such a lovely heart, a lovely way about himself. I certainly feel like 5'10", 5'11" with this gentleman. And I know with this gentleman that I would, they say that a way to get to a man's heart is through his belly. He would have liked cakes, lash into that. There must have been diabetes or something with him, because he's saying he shouldn't have had cakes, but he's showing me like gatos and things like that. And I know with this gentleman, he had a love of the garden. He enjoys being out in the garden. He enjoys just enjoying, and his garden's quite a private garden. It's well established. People can't look in, so he falls asleep in the garden on like a deck chair, and he's just very much at peace. Now he's saying with myself, I thought he was a grandfather. Thank you. I know with him that you didn't get the opportunity to say goodbye. I know there must have been a distance geographically, but I don't feel you got the opportunity to say goodbye. I also know with him, he's letting me know there's been ups and downs for this last 12 months, and it almost feels like one step forward, two steps back is how you're feeling. But what's happening is saying you are making steps forward, but they're very small increment that sometimes you don't think. It's sort of like, I should have been there, not here. So every step is a step forward and a step in the right direction. And the final thing I want to he's playing a song by in Mary Poppins. These are some of my wonderful things. In fact, I think that was The Sound of Music. It's The Sound of Music. So I need to give you that as a significant song. And I also want to give you the month of February, where there's 2 anniversary birthdays or passings. I feel like 1, 2nd or 3rd of February, and I feel I'm going to the latter part of the month around about the 27th, 28th. Can just say to you, when things get too much, stop and just play music, and that will make everything at that moment just stand still and put a smile back on your face. He blows you a kiss and thank you for working.
Okie dokie. Can I work with Jamie Mies, please? Okay, Jamie. Okay, right, Jamie. Now, I want to say to you, Jamie, there is a lot of stuff. You've got a lot of stuff on your shoulders at the moment. I know that it's almost a bit like sort of Cinderella going on there. It's all work and no play for you at the moment. I know that you're literally so busy. You're taking on stuff from other people as well, and you're getting weighed down a little bit by a lot of responsibilities. I know that as I'm looking at this card for you, I know that you just long to just have a bit of a break and just be a little bit free, even if it's a little bit sort of. I want to cut the ties of all that stuff on your shoulders at the moment. I want to cut the ties with all the support that you're holding lots of people up, darling, lots of people, and it feels to me like you just need to break free, and I've got to say, ask for help for others. Please ask for help. I know that there is help out there for you, and I also want to say to you, get out into the open outside. I want to say, let nature help you. Take a breath and stand. If you've got the garden, stand in the garden. If you go near a tree or near flowers or whatever, just allow nature to give you a bit of a breather, because I know things are just too much for you at the moment, darling. And I know that it's all going to be worth it. Everything's going to come out really well for you, because I'm being shown plans are working out perfectly for you. But I've got to say, you've got to take a little bit more care of yourself in the meantime, because this time at the moment, there's just so much pressure on you. You're waking up, doing stuff, going to bed, doing stuff. And it's almost like falling asleep. And even then, when you're sleeping, you're thinking about what you've got to do and how you've got to do it. And it's all, a lot of it's so much on your shoulders, my darling. Everything is going to work out for you. It is going to work out, because I've got a beautiful card here that's saying it's literally plans are working out perfectly for you. Keep saying thank you. Keep allowing that to happen. Start looking after yourself as well. In the meantime, you've learned a lot from the last 5 years, a lot, because life stung you a bit and you've kept going and you've learned how to not do that. And this is now a time for you to start looking after yourself, so when that time comes, you can shine your light as brighter than ever before, and you can absolutely smash this. Also, I need to see for you, just to help you through, music. So whether that's you're dancing like Freddie Mercury and I want to break free, or whether that is actually having a bit of meditation music, use the music to help you get through this moment that it is, and know that everything is going to work out in your favor, and particularly just don't worry. I want to say everything's fine. Okay, all right, and just look after yourself. Thank you, darling.
Thank you. Can I go to B Darlington? B Darlington, it just says tune. So if you're still there, B, I feel like I've got a grandmother with myself, and I want curvy to the frame, but not too much. I know that I would have had glasses that came halfway down the nose, and I don't know if they're the very sort of thin glasses. So I feel like I'm looking over the tops of the glasses. And I know with this lady, I have a wonderful heart, but it was the heart that I go with in the end. I have a wonderful heart. I feel very, very safe in this house. I feel very, very loved. And I know with this lady, I want to sing as I'm going around the different parts of the house cleaning. I want to sort of keep the house tidy, and very much I want to ensure with the house that it's a welcoming place. I want to have a place that's not a house. I want it as a home. So you take me as a find me. I know with this lady that she would have a wonderful smile. I also know with this lady that I feel like I'm going into my late 70s with her. And I know that her passing was very quick. I also know, again, I'm not saying goodbye to this lady, but she's one of these ladies who people would say it's like she would live forever. And there was almost like an expectation she would live on. And I know there was difficulties and complications towards the end. I also know that everything I would smell like Mr. Sheen. I would smell the polish, and I do know that smell of polish has been around the house. You've put there, it could be mum. Let's follow the evidence. I know with her that she would take snippets of the roses and would give those to next door neighbours and people and pass them down the generation. I know there would have been high borders with like stones, like slabs that would have made not a rockery, sort of like an artificial wall where it would be. And I know that the garden would have been on 2 tiers. So they would have a garden, then there'd be slightly raised into the back. I know that there was a tree in this garden, and I know it's well established. And I know that this lady feels very comforted by just keeping herself busy. And I know that she never stops still. And it's only towards the end that she starts to slow down. The last 6 months of her life, it's like she becomes a different lady. But as I say before, this is just a coat. The coat's been hung up and everything is fine. I also know that you have smelt that sense of roses around you, and it's pink roses I need to give you the memory of. And I know also I need to tiger lilies. I don't know what tiger lilies are. It'll mean something to you, but I need to mention tiger lilies. And right, so you're saying it's your mum. Apologies, but so then I need to say I have a grandmother because this lady is into her 70s, and you're saying in the 40s there. So I need to say the both of them are there. I also want to say to you that I need to give you stews, really thick stews with dumplings. I want carrots, lashings of gravy, traditional type food. And I know there would have been a cupboard that has all the medication, and some of it would have gone out of date. And it was almost like I had an answer for everything. But the one thing I didn't have the answer for is how things ended at the end. And I need to say to you, for whatever reason, for whatever's happened, you're not to blame. And I also need to say to you, she's going on about a huge lake with loads of trees all around it that are significant. And I know, I'm sure that you put Australia before, that you were there. But I also want links to the UK. I want links to London in particular and the south of England. And there must be links to South Africa, because I'm hearing like Africa sort of being like Botswana and places like that. And I need to just give you a small metallic little fairy sat down with one of her legs up, looking very pretty as a little ornament. If I can give that to you, and the stone of amethyst. And if I can leave that with you, B, thank you for working with me.
All right, so I'm just going to have a little look up at the things, and I have a little look, see if there's okay, because there was somebody right at the start I wanted to do. I have to go all the way at the top. Please bear with me. Doing the best I can. Are you still here? I'd like to work with you if you're still here, please. It says doing the best I can. Can you see me? Hello. Doing the best I can. Just waiting for the messages to catch up a little bit. Okay. Yes, you are there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, okay. As I'm connecting with these cards, doing the best I can, I need to give you a reading. I've got to say, that's a great thing. Doing the best I can. Okay, so there's something around you that you need to take action with straight away. I'm very aware that it's a challenge that you can successfully manage, but it feels a little bit overwhelming at the moment. And I need to, for yourself, I need to say to you, just, immediate action is the card I'm getting. I'm just asking for something else, a little bit more clarification. Okay, so I want to say hard work is the way to get this forward. There's something around you. It feels like some sort of relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean a partnership. It could be there's a relationship around you. It could be a family member. I just feel like there's hard work that needs to be put into this, but there's action needs to be dealt with first. You need to I don't know how, whether you're going to communicate or there's something that you need to do to get this into space where you want it to be. Because again, I've got a wonderful future coming for you with this. But you're going to have to partner with others. Okay, this feels a little bit also like around a career as well. So is there a career change coming around you? Because it feels like I've got to say to you, you've got to ask for help, bring that help in and connecting with others that are going to make that dream come true. And when you do, that dream is going to come true for you. I know also you've got to get yourself out of this. Sometimes, do you know, sometimes when we get a little bit fed up and we can hear our own mind, and sometimes it gives us the worst scenario, and you know, I feel like you need to say, just tell it to do one. That little, you know how we all have a little, they say a little angel on your shoulder and a little devil. Well, flick that devil into the middle of next week, because I want to say you are going to do this, but you've got to get yourself out of that mindset where you can't. You are worthy. You do deserve to do it. There's, you know, there's ways of just getting this, and I want to say do it slowly. Take action now, but do it slowly, because I know that you're going to be able to do this. This is again, it feels like it's a kind of all getting really starting to go. The fires are starting to burn for this project that you've got coming, but you're getting yourself a little bit concerned with worry and fear and stuff like that. Again, tell it to go away. Be bold, be brave, because you've got this. I know as I'm looking at these cards here, you know, you've this worry keeps taking over. Could I, should I, is it gonna, and you know, if you get yourself into that right mindset, take back your inner power, take back the real you that is actually in there, and you can actually do anything you want to do. I want to also be aware that you're quite an emotional person, and I know it sounds a little bit, but you're be aware with the waxing and the waning of the moons, because it does affect the way that you feel. Sometimes the emotions come quite strong, whether it's certain types of the moon, certain parts of the moon. So allow yourself not to make decisions on those times. I also want to say with you, nurture that little person inside you. I don't know if you're a male or female, but I want to say, whoever it is, that little child inside you, nurture that child. Tell that child, you know what, actually I can do it. Oh my goodness me, I am so sorry. I want to say you're an absolute hero, my darling, but I do feel like, you know, let go of things that don't. Okay, sometimes when we've got time to sit and think and worry, there are people that come into the situation that don't help. Okay, do you understand that? They just don't help. Let them go. Don't allow them to influence you. I am being shown that, you know, you've got to, oh, you've got life. There's lots of healing coming around you, darling. This beautiful life energy card, it comes forward for you and it shows you. And remember to think you. Know that whatever's going on inside you is you can cope with this and you can deal with this. I know that make your pure intentions, allow others to help you with the healing. Ask for that healing, because healing really does work. You know, I nearly died last year, and I'm telling you now, I've got so much healing that's why I'm still here. So I know, doing the best I can. You are doing the best you can. Stop beating yourself up. Stop giving yourself a hard time. Get rid of all the rot around you. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. Some of those people that need to step back away from you because they're not doing you any favors. Focus in on that inner healing. Focus in on asking for help. Let go of all that worry and fear, and know that, you know, again, I want to give you music. Allow that music to just set you free and give you that smile back again, because you have a beautiful smile. And I know that once you're doing this, allow these people to come, the positivity to come in and help you. Ask for healing. And I know, release it, let go of all the past, everything that's happened in the past, and just allow yourself to, I mean, I know there's beautiful people here sending you healing straight away, my lovey, straight away. And we're all going to sit there. I'm going to bang you on my, put you on my healing book myself. And I know that you are, you know, I've got faith in you to do this. Again, life energy, and this is a happy sign. So it's lots of this bringing lots of life energy to you, and reminds you know, sometimes there's things when we're poorly, we need to heal whatever it is that's going on inside us, mentally and emotionally, not just the physically. So look into that as well, and take care of you, because you are a warrior and you have got this, my darling. And please, everybody everywhere, send this beautiful being lots of healing. Thank you so much for working with me, darling.
Okay. Just need to scroll up something, Davy or something.
Oh, hang on. Oh, darling, you've lost your son. Oh my God, you've lost your kid's dad as well. Oh, darling, you really are going through this. Lots and lots of love and healing to you, my sweetheart. You're an absolute hero. And please keep asking. Please keep asking for that healing, because I know the people out there want to give you that.
Right, excuse me, it's just froze. Just bear with us just for a second. There was somebody who wanted their dad. I don't know if it was Davy or Stacy. I only grabbed it quickly. Davy Jones is where I need to go. Davy Jones. Now, what I want to do is to follow the evidence, but I have a gentleman who comes in, doesn't take life serious, a little bit of a joker, a bit of a wind-up merchant, would have been sort of like taking the nose, would have been one for practical jokes. But I know with this gentleman, towards the latter part of his life, he takes me to the stomach area. Now, when I get pains in the stomach, I either get a stomach condition or that's how I feel cancer. But I know with him that there is a discolor of like a yellowish within the skin, and I do lose weight. And I know that there is illness for quite a while. I also know with him that he is a person. He is a person who is honorable. He's a person who will always tell the truth, and he's a person who will go to the end of the earth for anybody. But in the end, there was no fight left in him, because he found it very, very difficult to ask for help or to admit that there was anything going on. Because even though he knew that he was ill, he didn't want to make other people worry about him. And I know with him that he would be a person who would never take life seriously. But as I said, towards the end, the fight came out of him. But he doesn't want you to remember him as he was at the end. He wants you to see him as that sort of laughable sort of individual. He wants you to remember him as a person of character. And he wants you to remember some of the things that he instilled within you. I know respect is a big thing with this gentleman. And I know that if he felt hurt or aggrieved, he would step back from whoever had done that. He wouldn't cause a fracas. He wouldn't be a person who caused any other problems. He'd be simply a person who would be liked by everybody. You know, I feel like I'm walking down the street, I'm saying hello to everyone as I go back. I feel like I'm nipping down to the bottom of the road to the shops to get a newspaper. I just take everything in my stride, and I'm very thankful for every day. Now, it has been difficult for the processing with this gentleman, but I need to say to you, like him, to be thankful for everything that you receive, everything you've got. I also want to say to you, there was complications over money. So I don't know if this was a will that was left, but he's referring to, to problems with money and some sort of disagreement. He's also stating that a fool seldom forgets. So he would have said that, he would have had quotes like that. And I know with him that he loves the sun. And I'm not a big man anyway, but like I said, I lose weight towards the end. And I know with him, they say that the good ones go young. And I know that he had a very youthful way about life. He never, ever took life seriously. And this is the message for you. He doesn't want you to take life seriously. He wants to take it at a pinch. You're only here for 3 scores in 10, he's on about. So make the most of it. Enjoy every day. Don't worry about what happened yesterday or that today's not going as well, because tomorrow will be a new day. And he very much has got a positive outlook. I know there was disagreements within the family also about how things were. And I know that he's stepping back from, I don't know if he's an anti-sister, but I'm stepping back. But I just want to say to you, whenever that you think that the chips are down and things are hard and you can't get through, just think of these 3 ages, 15, 17, and 27, which are all difficult times in your life, but each one you got through, and whatever's going on now, you will get that through also. He just does that and says, love you. And if I leave that with you, thank you for working with me.
May I please work with Alison Plumley? I've pulled some cards for you, my lovey. I know that at the moment, it's very much a time of healing for you. And I know that I feel like you're sort of surrounded by a lot of questions, and it's almost like sometimes we look over our shoulder and we see the past and what the past was, and sometimes it comes over our shoulder when we're not looking. I do know this is healing towards and about your past, and it's coming forward in various different opportunities for you to learn from. And I know that sometimes things are difficult to let go of with certain behaviors or patterns or people from the past. But I've got to say, with yourself, if you can let go of all the stuff that's holding you back, it could be a belief system that maybe you're not worthy. It could be a person that just doesn't fit in your world anymore. And I want to say with you, with that, what I'd like you to say is, I'd like you to do is just think about how you can move forward. You're very much a big, kind-hearted and emotional person, good emotions. And when I say emotions, people say, oh, it means you're tearful. Actually, no, it means you feel so deeply and so purely, and sometimes when things are difficult, they can be a little bit overwhelming for you. So I know as I'm looking for this, you almost need to have some time out for yourself. Go and sit in nature, sit by seas or rivers or bodies of water in particular, because for yourself that will really help you. And I know that having that time out away, because I want to say sometimes people are not what you need when you're trying to heal. With the best will in the world, you want to tell them to clear off, because there's always a suggestion there and it's not what necessarily you need to hear. So you need to just take yourself away, have that time, have that just so you can you know, get yourself back to you. And because I feel like you've kind of lost yourself a little bit as this past keeps coming to try and shake you up a little bit and make you a little bit wobbly. And so this is just, I mean, this card is just so beautiful, and it talks about you know, having your quiet holiday by the sea. Oh, that sounds delightful. And it just talks about having that time just for you, not for anybody else, just for you. So this is about just allowing yourself to feel what it is that's going on in your heart, giving yourself the TLC and the hugs that you need to just take you through this time. Because, you know, I want to say, don't be dragged into other people's negativity as well. Shall we put it that way? Because you're better than that. You are so much better than that. And there's stuff around you that actually you could be dragged into, but don't. Rise above it. You are so much better than that, Alison. And try different ways of thinking. Okay, try. You know, okay. There's one last card that's coming forward for you, and it's the Justice card. So I need to tell you, whoever it is that's caused this problems for you, or this stuff that you need healing from, justice will make their own. That justice coming for them. Karma's coming from. Karma said, I saw that. So you need to just not worry yourself about them, and you need to concentrate on yourself, allowing yourself to heal, get better, give yourself that TLC, whether that's sitting in front of the telly with a big load of chocolate and cuddling down with a blanket and watching your favorite film, or whether that's going for a walk and getting some fresh air. Do what you need to do to just get through this time. Give yourself that TLC, because, my darling girl, you will feel so much better for it when you come out the other side. So be patient with yourself, because it's a journey, and I hope that everything works out sooner than better for you, my darling. Thank you so much for working with me.
Can I go to Kay Weezy Jones? I feel like I've got a grandmother here. I want a curvy to the frame. I want to go mum's side of the family with this lady. And I also want to say with this lady that I have a heart of gold. I can be laughing, I can be joking. I wouldn't have been a person just to sit down and do nothing. I would get people up, I would get them involved, I would embarrass them, not in a nasty way, embarrass them to sort of, come on, let's dance and everything else. And I know with this lady that she was a person who would be remembered. She had an infectious laugh, and she just has a spirit that never dies, and she would be spoken about a lot in the family. I know with this lady, in her body, obviously she's a chronological age, but in her mind, she's like 21. She's so infectious and so much energy. I know that there's lots of love. I know that she would be loved, and she would give the most phenomenal hugs. She would give them squeezy. It would come from the heart. And I know, right, well, I definitely want to say with this grandmother, okay? And I definitely want to say with this lady that she would be one that would be a person who would put a feast on for everybody, even if there was only 2 or 3 coming. She would put lashings of food out. She would put lashings of things. She would go out and buy things, and she would make a lot of the food herself. So this is how this lady is making me feel. Okay, right. I also know with this lady that I would have fallen asleep in the afternoons. I would then pretend that I'd not fallen asleep. I'd go, no, I wasn't asleep. I was just resting my eyes. And there's been jokes of that. So this, I don't know if this is with you. You do a similar sort of thing yourself, which was referring to that. I keep hearing like little chimes. So I don't know if this is a clock that would have a little chime, or if it was, it's a very subtle, like little bell sound, like little chimes of a bell. So it's very subtle. You can just about hear it. So that would be significant. I also want that the sun would hit the back of in the garden come the afternoon. So unless you were a sun worshipper, you wouldn't go in that back garden because it was too hot. But and I know that there is the front and the back of the garden are well tended, but I know that gardening becomes a problem for her towards the end. Right, I'm trying to think what. I keep hearing the song by Benny King, Stand By Me. So I know that that's significant. And if not, can I ask that you look to the lyrics of that song, as there will be a personal message for you that won't be given out. And I know that's also symbolic that she's around you a lot. Doors keep shutting randomly, even though all the windows and the doors are shut, and there's no explanation for doors, because she wouldn't have been a person who would have liked doors left open. It's almost like, you know, the doors, shut them, you're not born in a barn, that type of thing. And I also want to say to you, the name Fred or Freddie is also known. And the message for you is never feel you're alone by the people that are here or the people that have already gone. You've just got to ask for the help when you need it. And that help will always come along. She blows you a kiss, and thank you for working with Casey. Thank you.
May I please work with Eva, please? Smashing, thank you. Okay, my lovey, I know that I've pulled some cards for you, and I'm very aware at the moment there's been a lot of anxiety and worry around you, and again it feels like I don't know, it just feels like you're being hit with lots of things at the moment, and it feels like I'm standing in the eye of the storm with you, and I don't want to move forward because I feel like I'm going to get hit with something again. So I know that with this, I've got to say to you, be brave, because you have got this. Get rid of all those thoughts that you remember. It's sort of long time ago, we all go through different lessons, and we learn, actually, you know what, I can do that. That didn't work out for me. I'm not going to try that. But actually, that did work out for me. I'm going to try it. So I want you to just kind of lose all the things that don't work for you anymore. You know, get rid of all that fear and you know, tell it to go away, because again, I feel like the worry is unnecessary here. What the worry is doing is making you not be able to see things clearly. And actually, there's some really good stuff coming your way. It is very shortly time to kick up your heels and have a little bit of a party, and just go out and celebrate. As I'm looking at this card, it's so full of joy, and all that is coming right to you. You know, there are some things that are difficult that are happening around you, but they don't control your life. They are just a part of your life. And I know that you're going to get through this. And I know there's partying coming on, happiness, joy, family. There's a celebration coming. I know, again, more abundance, which again doesn't necessarily mean money, but it could do. It could mean opportunities, new jobs, new wonderful people coming in. Any romance? Well, I want to say, follow your dreams, my darling, because it's all going to happen. This needs to be about you. You need to go and find out what you like doing, what you want to do, what you need to in your life at the moment. So don't go looking for this romance. Go looking for the fun inside you. Go looking for the happiness inside you. Make you happy, and then the romance will naturally find you, because you will be irresistible. And I want to say that because that happiness attracts so many people, and you are a absolutely beautiful person. And I'm very aware that you also, again, have a lovely heart on you. So just go out, make yourself happy, do different things, do things that you kind of haven't tried before, that you want to go of. And you know, I mean, it's I miss my love. I hope to reconcile. I don't know. I can't see whether that love is coming forward or not. I can see if you are able to learn to love yourself more first, look after you, and acknowledge, actually find the happiness in you first. I know that absolute happiness will find you, because and then the real love will find you. The real love. I don't know whether that is your ex, and I'm not being shown, and I don't think that's slightly very ethical really on an open platform like this. But I want to say, if you go out and look after you, find you, go out and make you happy, so you don't actually need anyone in your life, that's exactly when they'll turn up. When you are absolutely living your best life, living your dream, then all this abundance, dreams come true, is all coming your way. So go and make Anna happy first. Go and find out what it is that's missing in your life apart from love, and find that love back in you. Light your light, shine your light. See how awesome and beautiful and wonderful you are. And then you'll be fighting them away. You'll be batting them away. It won't just be the one, it'll be all of them. So thank you very much for working with me, darling.
Okay, I want to go to Eva Innocentia Matabane. Hopefully I've said all of that correct, but it's Eva, I need to work with you. I have a lady with me. I want a strong, independent lady. She would be a person who was a fighter from the beginning till the end. She'd be sometimes very direct and would like things done her way, and sometimes would have come across a little bit harsh if you didn't know her, but on a one-to-one basis. People who were in a sanctum, the people who were close to her heart, would see a different, softer side to her, but they still knew that they wouldn't be able to mess about or try and allow the boundaries to move. She'd be very much strict. This is there. You would not overstep that mark. I also know with her that basically everything is in its right place. She would know if anything had been moved. She would also be a person who had an eye for detail, and she would know the subtle things. So it's almost like if someone had a new haircut, or they had new earrings, or they looked like they had a new top on, she would say, oh, is that a new top? Is that new earrings? Have you had your hair done? She'd be very sort of attention to detail in that. I also know that she runs the house, and everything runs shipshape and to order and the way that it's meant to. She'd be never a person who would leave a job not done properly, and I know that the jobs were always done to 110% all of the time. But as she comes to a latter part of her life, I feel that I'm very much dependent on other people around me, and I know with this lady that mobility becomes a problem. I also know there's respiratory conditions with this lady, and I know that I lose a little bit of weight, not a lot, but I know that my passing is very quick to the spirit world. I have problems with my hands. So I don't know if this is you or with her, but I know that this is a problem with the hands. I don't know if it's arthritis or whatever. I've got hands problems. I know that also difficulty speaking, and my lips are very dry, so there would have been problems with that towards the end. I need to give you that there must be loads of butterflies around you at the moment, and it's almost like you keep seeing certain types of butterflies. I'm seeing white butterflies, and I know when I see those butterflies, the first thing I think of is this lady. I also know that I've got there's like these tall flowers they look like bells, but they're pink. Tall flowers that were pink. So I know there's that. I also know this lady has a natural love of flowers and nature, so she'd be very at ease around birds, around trees, flowers, and that. But that's where I need to take you, Eva. I need to take you around there. And I know that's where you find your peace, but at the moment it's just you're struggling to find your peace, and it's almost like I'm losing myself in my head a little bit. So she's taking you there, and it's almost like I'm trying to concentrate, but I'm finding difficulties. So I want you to sort of go out into the countryside, have days where you reconnect to nature, which then reconnect to yourself. And I just need to say, whatever's going on at the moment is almost past. You just being a little bit more patient. But just like her, she's saying your patience is your greatest virtue. There is so much love. It's a very soft hug that she gives you, very endearing, a very soft kiss on your right cheek. And if I can leave her love with you, thank you for working with me.
Oh, bless you. Okay, Rosie Panishu. Oh, please forgive me. I probably said your name horribly wrong. I do apologise profusely. The first card I pulled for you, my lovey, is this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that smile on her face. That's your face. That's going to be your face, because there's some really good stuff coming your way. I know that I don't know. It feels like all the worries are going to end for the moment. So, you know, there's going to be enough money coming in. There's going to be help from others wherever you need it. And a lot of success, all coming to fruition all at once for you right now. I want to say you work very hard as it is to get to where you are now. You've worked hard and trying to, you know, bring everything together, and it's just literally going to fall into place for you. And I know that as I look at this further, I do know there's some studying to come for you. So you're moving in a few weeks. That's fantastic. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Massive grin is what I'm feeling for this, and it's all literally going to work out so well for you. And I know I don't know if there's a happy change in your career coming also, but it feels like it's literally all going to fall into place. And it's like you've been waiting for this forever, and now it's all just going to go and fit right in. I want to say, just keep that flame alight, and that studying. Don't burn the candle at both ends. I want to say, make sure that you, when that time comes for your study, if you're not already studying, try not to do too much. Give yourself an even balance there. Okay. I want to say autumn will be important for you, and I know that as I'm looking at this, I'm just laughing and smiling, and everything is just so exciting. I can't tell you. Also, I don't know if there's been an issue around you at the moment, but I want to say justice card has come up. Now, to me, what that is meaning, this is about fairness for everybody. This is about you taking your time to review things clearly and properly, just to make sure that you're on board fully and you understand everything that is going on around you at the moment. I know that you will. I know that you will sort it all out, but I just need to give you a little bit of a heads up, just to double check. Okay. And I also want to say, it sounds a little bit selfish, but I don't mean it that way, but protect yourself from others. Okay. Because sometimes people, when you get things right, they kind of want to step into your energy and get a little bit of a feel of that. I want to say, just make sure that you look after yourself during that time, and don't allow anyone to sort of come in and step away from things that aren't feeling as good. I know that even your energy levels are going to rise, because I know that you've been very tired at the moment. I know that it just makes me feel like, you know, it's the sun shining all over again. We've got a beautiful, glorious new day. I also said, you don't wear yourself out at the moment, because it does feel like you're still treading water. So get that balance right. Get outside. Let Mother Earth and Mother Nature, you know, ground you a little bit, allow you to breathe, because I feel like I'm a little bit suffocated with stuff that's going on for you at the moment. Okay. And you've been ill at the moment. I'm so sorry to hear that. And this is where I need you to just take better care. And if that's just going out, taking a bit of fresh air and getting a bit of sunshine on your face, do that. You know, if it's going for a gentle walk, do that. Your energy is coming back. So I know that whatever it is that's going on for you, you know, that it's all coming to fruition. It's all coming out. But I do also want to say to you a little tiny note, side note with that, is that make sure that you heal all the past and everything that's going on for you. So check in, make sure there's not sometimes a little niggle or a little something that's going on that you're not really sure of. Check in, feel what it is, go into it, feel it, heal it, because you want this new start to be as fresh and awesome as I know it's going to be. So you want to leave all that stuff in the past, every single last bit of it in the past. And I know, again, there's just, because I want to say for you, okay, something's going to come to light when you do that. Just go into it, okay, and allow yourself to feel it come out the other side. Because when you've dealt with that, it's just going to be singing and dancing all the way, okay? Thank you so much, my lovey, and I am so excited for you, so excited.
Okay, I need to go to Caitlin, I think it was. Again, it keeps sticking the feed. Caitlin Slater, please. I have a grandfather figure here. I know he wears glasses, but I don't feel he wears them all the time. I feel it's like for reading or attention to detail, it needs to focus. I know there's a heavy machinery background. I see a pipe, so I don't know if he had a pipe or you keep smelling a pipe, but I know a pipe is significant. I also know with this gentleman that he could fix anything and he could do anything. If he couldn't do it, he was a person who would sort of tinker away until he got something to work. I also know there's like a grandmother clock, so like the small sort of standing clocks. I also know with him that he would have a good eye for detail. He'd have attention to detail. He'd be able to say really intricate things. I'm seeing like the cogs and everything. I also want that he would be in like the shed. He would tinker away all day. He'd keep himself busy. He loved people, but he was very much happy in his own company. And I know with him, he would have had a bike. I know that he would have been a person who is a person who didn't really stop. But towards the end, I have to stop. I know I have heart problems. I feel like I've got problems here. So I don't know if this is with you or him. And I also know that he's taken me to the month of September being significant for birthday anniversaries or passings. And I also know with him that he would have, he didn't have one interest, but I know that he has a love of wood. The final thing I need to give you, because nothing's come up, so I'm not sure if you're still there, is just to say to you, a problemed shed is a problem halved. So in other words, the more that you open up to people, the less of a problem it will become. And that's very apt at the moment. If I can leave that with you, thank you for working me. Okay, so we've unfortunately come to the end of this evening. So all I can say from myself and from Kirsty is thank you so much.
Yes,
because it's your energy and opportunities to work with your loved ones who allows us to work and allow us to continue. Whatever you're doing this week, be safe and know that your loved ones are always with you and only a breath away.
And thank you for everyone for keep turning up again and again for this, because whether it's psychic readings and you just need a little bit of guidance, or whether it is mediumistic readings where you're getting proof that your loved ones are still there, please live your life just for you and go and have a wonderful time, because life is literally for living. It isn't for being sad. Get out there and just go and shine your light and go and have an absolute ball.
And until this channel's readings are on the screen for tomorrow, from ourselves, it's good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. But thank you for joining Matt and Kirsty.
Thank you so very much. So very much. And if you want to check us out on our page,